people are trying to take a selfie from Lionel Messi, and a and a girl opened a can Pepsi, getting his attention and then asking for a selfie, and others joined doing the same. Hi, my name is Bankole Bisola. I and my team will be talking about PepsiCo. Who are PepsiCo? PepsiCo is one of the world's leading company that deals with food and beverages. They have been in existence since the 19th century. The company is founded by a man called Caleb Bradham. Its brands include beverages like Pepsi, Lipton, Mountain Dew, Rockstar, etc. Then for the foods, we have Lay's, Doritos, Coca Oats, Sun Chips, etc. Their mission is to create more smiles with every bite and every sip. And their vision is to be the world global leading beverage and food. The company grew through innovations and strategies by merging with Frito-Lay's. PepsiCo operates in over 200 countries like North America, in United States, Canada, Latin America, in Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, then in Europe like Russia, UK, etc., in Africa, Middle East, and also South Asia. How the company engages in the internationalization of its business is through the Uppsala method model in action. We have stage one to stage four. The stage one is export and partnership. PepsiCo Early Global moves into Canada and Europe, as those are their neighboring countries. Therefore, the stage two, joint ventures. As knowledge grew, PepsiCo entered joint ventures in complex markets like China, Japan, and etc. For stage three is through acquisition. Full acquisition of Coca Oats. They also enable supply chain control and rapid scale. For stage four is diversified, and PepsiCo innovates for local taste and runs e-commerce in 30 plus markets. So Dapo will be taking the next stage, which is the challenges, the present and the past challenges.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Adedapo Daramola, and first I'll be talking about how PepsiCo has benefited from globalization. So, the first main is increase in global revenue. In 2024, which is the past year, Pepsi had made 40% over their normal revenue they make. That's like 40%, and that's over $37 billion of the normal revenue they make every year. They made over it in the past year, and that's the impact of globalization in the company. And two, we have brand visibility and economic of scale. You know, the brand became very, very popular. Their popular brand like Lay's, Doritos, and Pepsi became very, very well known and trusted worldwide because of the consistency of the branding. Three, we have leveraging global supply chain and innovation. It allows Pepsi to source raw material efficiently to manufacture their demanded product. Globalization really, really helps them in sourcing for raw materials, and they're able to like get the raw material they want to produce more of the goods they used to like produce. And yeah, that is how globalization has been able to like benefit Pepsi. That's how Pepsi has been able to benefit from globalization. And we have fast market entry. Yeah, the globalization really, really helps Pepsi a lot because they're able to like enter the market quickly in every country they go to. So for the second part, we have the present and the past challenges, which is we have the past and present challenges. So number one of the past and present challenges I have on my list here is cultural different. That's health trend versus legacy product. So for health trend, PepsiCo produce more of sugary soda and salty snacks, and this actually clashes with the rising global health consciousness because people don't take a lot of salt and a lot of sugar because of diabetes and blood pressure issues. And two, in the United States, their market share really dropped. It dropped drastically behind Coke and Dr. Pepper because they've got a lot of sugars in their products. And Coke and Dr. Pepper has focus on low sugar products in the United States. So they really dropped their market share really dropped drastically on that. And two, I have regulatory pressures, which is taxes and lawsuits. For example, in Mexico and in the United Kingdom, Pepsi pays more of taxes because of the sugary products. Because I believe sugary products company are supposed to pay higher tax in Mexico and in the United Kingdom here. So also we have lawsuits. Pepsi has been facing lawsuits from some states in the United States based on based on plastic pollution because I believe they're not doing enough of recycling. So they've been facing lawsuits, and that's on that. And number three, we have supply chain disruption, which is COVID-19, inflation, and the Ukraine conflict. They're not able to like export their goods during the 2020 COVID-19. They're not able to export their goods, and for the Ukraine war, nobody can import goods to export goods to Ukraine because of the war going on. So it really affects. That's what some of the challenges they are facing at the moment. And the last one I have here is political economy instability in emerging markets like Latin America, Russia, and Africa. Example is unpredictable currency values, which is, for example, in Nigeria, we can't predict the currency value. We can drop today and increase tomorrow. So that's on that. Also, we have the Ukraine import restriction because based on the war going on in Ukraine, they have restriction on every import made to the country. So my colleague here, Joshua, is going to be talking about the risk and mitigation strategies. Thank you.
My name is Joshua Elecha, and I will be talking on the risk and mitigation strategy. So, firstly, I'll look at the risk. One, the health conscious consumers, and the mitigation strategy are the formulated products, the earlier acquisition, e.g., poppy. Two, second on the list on the risk are regulatory pressures. And the mitigated strategy are ESG goals under prepositive packaging plus redesigning sugar information. Three on the risks are supply chain disruption, and the mitigation strategy is local sourcing, logistic mitigation, and digital tools. Four on the list for risks are environmental impact, and the mitigation strategy is net zero by 2050, recycling targets, GHSMS standards. Another example for the risks is geopolitical economic risks, and the mitigation strategy are market diversification, FX hedging, local procurement. And on the list for the risks is brand erosion, and the mitigation strategy are new product lines, rebranding, increased marketing spend. And down the list is for the risks is distribution inefficiency, and the mitigation strategy is combined food beverages, logistic, SAP rollout, and bottler engagement. And we can see the brand adaptation. The PepsiCo has invested in formulating product, for example, less sugar, sodium, and fat. And the purpose is that it addresses consumer demand for wellness and aligns with the public health regulations. This approach is largely proactive, demonstrating commitment to significant M&E innovation and spending through beverage branding, and recovery still lags. We can also see local sourcing and supply chain diversification. Um, PepsiCo is shifting from centralized procurement towards regionalized sourcing to reduce transport costs, improve agility, and withstand shocks like COVID-19 and the war in Ukraine. Um, War in Ukraine, and it's a proactive and credible risk reduction strategy, particularly given that past disruptions from the Ukraine war and the global trade instability. So we can see the recommendation, and some of the recommendation are based on the in-depth analysis of Physio's PepsiCo global strategy, business model, and current challenges. The business theories such as the integration and responsiveness framework, Uppsala model, Porter values chain, global value chain theory, and the resource-based view, the RBV, to ensure both practical value and the long-term alignment with PepsiCo goals. One, the accelerates local health-focused product innovation, and its global trends towards healthier consumption and increasing regulatory pressure, e.g., the sugar taxes, the labeling in health-focused brands. Further local adaptation is needed to stay competitive, particularly in culturally sensitive or health conscious markets like the UK, the EU, and the North America. So we can see the integration, the theoretical grounding under the accelerate local health focused product innovation is responsiveness framework supports tailoring products to local tastes, and the resource based view under it is it encourages leveraging PepsiCo R&D brand portfolio, e.g. the Poppy and the Soda Stream, to build unique health oriented offering. The Uppsala model under it is it underscores learning from incremental market engagement to guide product reformulation. And the risk and benefit under it is the risk under it increased product complexity and marketing cost, but can be mitigated via agile product testing and shared innovation platform. And the benefit under it is greater consumer is relevance, stronger compliances with the local health regulation, and growth in platform segments. So we can also see um, the deepen supply chain resilience through regionalization and digitalization. Supply chain disruption from COVID-19, war in Ukraine, and inflation have revealed the risks of over centralized sourcing. And the theoretical grounding under it is Potter's value chain highlight the strategic role of logistics and procurement. The transactional cost economics supports localized sourcing to minimize uncertainty. And the Uppsala model has aligned with building stronger regional infrastructure over time. The benefit and the risks under it. The benefit is it improved responsiveness, reduced risk exposure, and closer alignment with local markets. And the risk under it is higher operational coordination needs, however, PepsiCo's existing GHSMS protocols and digital investment can manage this effectiveness. So I will lastly pass to my colleague who is speaking on the conclusion. Shegun.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. So, globalization has been a powerful engine of growth for PepsiCo, enabling the company to expand its revenue streams, increase brand visibility, and benefit from economics of scale. By leveraging global value chains, strategic acquisition, and a diversified portfolio across food and beverages, PepsiCo has cemented its position as a leading multinational in the consumer goods industry. However, global expansion has also brought complex challenges. The company has faced shifting consumer health trends, regulatory pressures like sugar taxes, environmental laws, supply chain disruption due to geopolitical events, and cultural misalignment in certain markets. In response, PepsiCo has invested in health-focused product innovation, decentralized its supply chain, and strengthened its ESG commitment. PepsiCo strategy continues to evolve as it balances global efficiency with local responsiveness, adapts to rising sustainability expectations, and modernizes operation through digital transformation. In conclusion, PepsiCo remains a resilient global brand able to navigate uncertainty, adapt to change, and continue creating value in an increasingly complex world. Thanks for listening.